In these problems, we're dealing with something called unit rates. And unit rates are something you should know about because they're going to come up over and over again in your math classes, but also they're actually useful in everyday life, and you've probably run into them many times in the past. So, for example, when you talk about how fast you're going in your car, you're explaining that in a unit rate. You say we're going 60 miles per hour. That is a unit rate. It tells you how many miles you go in 1 hour. So unit means one. So a unit rate is per one thing. How much happens per one whatever, minute, hour, something else. The way to calculate a unit rate is to divide the word per, and that you're going to see that when a rate is expressed, is going to be that word per means division. It's going to be your clue that you should divide. So in this problem, it says Joe can type 54 words in 9 minutes. What is his rate in words per minute? That just means take words and divide them by minutes, and you're going to get the number of words per 1 minute, the unit rate. So let's go ahead and do that. 54 divided by 9 equals, and maybe you know this is one of those basic multiplication facts that you're supposed to memorize. If you're not sure about this, you might want to start listing the multiples of 9 and see how long it takes you to get to 54. Or you could use that finger trick I showed in a previous video. Put your hands out in front of you, number your fingers, starting with the pinky on the left all the way to the pinky on the right from 1 to 10, and then start putting down your fingers as your guesses. So let's say you thought it might be 5. Put down your fifth finger, which is your thumb on your left hand, and you'll see you have 4 fingers on the left and 5 fingers on the right. That would be 45. Not quite. That's not what we're looking for. Let's try putting down the sixth finger, which is your thumb on your right hand, and now you got 5 fingers on one on the left and 4 fingers on the other. That's 54. Aha! So 9 times 6 is 54, which means 54 divided by 9 is 6. So what this means is Joe can type 6 words per minute, which is not very fast, but maybe Joe is just starting out, so that's okay. All right, so that's how to calculate a unit rate. Let's practice that one more time. In this next problem, it says, suppose 54 gallons of water came out of a pipe in 6 minutes. Okay, so you got a pipe, some water's coming out, quite a bit, sounds like. What was the rate in gallons per minute? So look for that per, that's our division, and we're going to divide gallons by minutes. So that's 54 gallons divided by 6 minutes. Now, you could start listing your multiples of 6. This is another one of those multiplication facts that you're supposed to know and be able to translate into the division. Or we could just look up here, because look, 54 divided by 9 is 6. That means 54 divided by 6 must be 9. So it looks like there are 9 gallons per minute coming out of that pipe. Okay, let's try one more, because sometimes you get sort of the backwards version of these problems. Let me read this. This says Latoya types at a rate of 26 words per minute, so a bit faster than Joe. How many words does she type in 2 minutes? So they're giving you the rate, 26 words per minute. How many words does she type in 2 minutes? This, you're going to do the opposite operation. You're going to multiply when you see a problem like this. If you have a rate and you want to find, the words or the minutes, you're going to multiply. So we've got 26 words per minute times 2 minutes. And if you think about that, if she's typing 26 words every minute, which is what this means, then how many will she type in 2 minutes? Well, double that. So 26 times 2. And 26 times 2, I'm just going to do this in my head. I'm going to say to myself, what's 2 times 20? Because 26 is 20 plus 6. What's 2 times 20? Well, that's 40. And what's 2 times 6? Well, that's 12. And 40 plus 12 is 52. So in 2 minutes, Latoya types 26 words. So that is a little bit of work with unit rates.